Fellow Amazonians, good day. I bring this sad announcement to all Amazonians and friends of Amazonians and the world at large, the people of Bui state in Amazonia, the entire Catholic Church, that Christian Cardinal Tumi is no more. He has transitioned to the world beyond. This is a very sad development for the people of Amazonia and all families and friends. We take this moment to condole with the family and the entire Amazonian people and the people of Bui and the Catholic Church in general for the loss of this illustrious son. Christian Cardinal Tumi has been a champion for justice all his life. He has fought against the barbaric regime of Yaoundé that has oppressed the people of the southern Cameroons for decades. He has never shied away from telling the 86-year-old tyrant of 87-year-old actually tyrant of Yaoundé, challenge him on all the bad governance and the oppression of the people of the southern Cameroons. And he has not shied away from standing with his people at all times, even in his dying days, where the regime applied enormous pressure on him given the circumstances to change his mind and to challenge his beliefs. He, despite all the pressure, did what he could. There is no gainsaying to say that Christian Cardinal Tumi was an upright man from all the valued justice relative to the common man. However, we also acknowledge that he succumbed to, he showed weaknesses to pressure during his last days, where the barbaric regime and enablers of the regime around him continue to push him to the wall, and given his frail state, they were trying to take advantage of him. But despite all of that, personally, I can say Christian Cardinal Tumi stood his grounds to the level that he could. So in as much as Amazonians acknowledge the weaknesses that he showed towards his last days, he is by all measure a reputable servant of God for the people. He is a fighter for justice. It is what he stood for all his life. And I must say that his transition is probably a way for God calling him onto glory, so that the regime would not push him further into sin and obstruct the ordained plan of the Almighty. Because Christian Cardinal Tumi have served his people. He has been a Southern Cameroonian by all measure. He has been fighting the struggle even before most of us were born. And the corrupt nature of the system in which even a fervent servant of God like Christian Cardinal Tumi lives is a very challenging one for anybody. He showed his human weaknesses towards his last days, but his works and his conviction, as he signatured it in the survey that he did, proving that the majority of Southern Cameroonians or Amazonians are no more succumb to the oppression of La République du Cameroon. The survey that Cardinal Tumi did is a signature to his legacy, and not the duress that the Cameroon government and enablers around him, put by the regime, tried to portray. So it is our statesman, it is our servant of God, and Amazonians pray for his transition, and may the Almighty God receive him in glory. Fare you well, man of God. Fare you well, servant of the people and a fighter for justice.